Let me tell you the story of Tideholm, a salt-soaked harbor town perched on the edge of the restless sea. Tideholm is a place of quirky traditions, the quirkiest of which is Boxing Tide, a holiday where townsfolk send their unwanted or broken possessions out with the waves, relinquishing their burdens to the deep. Each year, the tide carries these discarded items away, and with them all the grudges, regrets, and misplaced dreams of Tideholm's people. But this Boxing Tide, the sea had other plans. It returned not just waterlogged gifts, but enchantments, boxes alive with memories and longings. And at the center of it all stood Lyna Boxwell, a halfling rogue with quick fingers and a knack for reuniting people with things they didn't even know they were missing. Lyna ran a peculiar little shop nestled by the jetties, the Boxery. Within its softly lit walls, mismatched shelves overflowed with items bearing untold stories. A single red shoelace that once saved a life, an intricately carved locket missing its portrait. To Lyna, everything deserved a second chance, even if most folks could barely remember tossing it aside. "Nothing deserves to be forgotten," Lyna often muttered, her sharp eyes scanning the clutter of her shop. "Everything has its place, even if it's not obvious yet." This Boxing Tide seemed like any other as the festival came to its lively close. Lanterns bobbed along the jetties, the sea rolled in and out like a tired storyteller, and homes filled with softened laughter and the warmth of goodbyes, both to unwanted trinkets and old grievances. But the following morning, the town awoke to an unsettling discovery. The tide had brought the boxes back. They weren't just soggy parcels washing ashore. These were enchanted things, regifts, and they hummed with strange life. A twisted doll knocked persistently at a young girl's door, its button eyes pleading for her to open up. At the market, a merchant paled when his discarded compass began replaying whispers of a bargain never fulfilled. Even Lyna's own shop had been inundated with these intrusive manifestations, their phantom weight threatening to upset the delicate balance of her carefully curated world. "They shouldn't be here," Lyna murmured, her brows furrowing as she examined a glowing chest at her feet. The thing purred like a cat, but when she opened it, she saw only the hollowed-out remains of a letter inside. A faint voice drifted up from the parchment, singing a melody she'd heard long ago but couldn't quite place. "Lyna, dear, please tell me you're not thinking of opening all these things up," croaked old Jor, a retired coast guard who had arrived just in time to witness Lyna fiddling with the box. Jor himself had always struggled to rid himself of anything, even cracked mugs and ancient fishing nets now piled high in his seaside shack. "No," she replied, a sly grin tugging at her lips. "I'm thinking of figuring out who's behind this and stopping it." Jor chuckled deeply, though concern flickered behind his weathered eyes. "Stopping the sea?" Lyna rolled her eyes. "Not the sea, old man. Whatever brought this magic here." And so Lyna gathered a crew as motley as a chest of wayward trinkets. Alongside Jor, she enlisted Morel, a human cleric with a warm demeanor who specialized in healing hearts just as much as wounds, and Fen, a gangly tiefling wizard with a knack for confusing emotions. His spells often came with side effects, but his intentions were good. Their quest took them beneath Tideholm's lantern-lit alleys and into the shadowed coves beneath the harbor, where the source of the regifts eventually revealed itself. Wrapped in layers of barnacle-encrusted wood and tethered to the seabed was an ancient customs chest, its iron locks gleaming dully under the murky waves. The chest emanated a peculiar warmth, a presence not malicious but deeply lonely. "I am the returner," came a voice, soft and echoing from the chest as the party approached. The sound was more a sensation, as though every whisper of the tide carried its words. "I keep what should not be lost, promises unfulfilled, wishes unclaimed, but now the weight is too much. You sought to forget, so I returned them to you." "What use are old promises and forgotten regrets to anyone?" Lyna asked aloud, though something about the returner's words made her stomach clench. The returner sent ripples through the water, like a sigh brushing against the shore. Is forgetting so much better than mending? Is it not kinder to set things right? Morel rested a hand on Lyna's shoulder. It's not entirely wrong, you know. Perhaps there are things here that could make people whole again. Jor crossed his arms, his normally gruff face unusually conflicted. That may be, but dredging up old wounds doesn't fix them. Letting go's a mercy too. Fen, who had been examining the chest closely, suddenly exclaimed, "Wait a moment, the returner isn't trying to hurt anyone. It's lonely?" The room fell silent except for the lapping water and the faint hum of glowing boxes above them. Lonely. For once, Lyna hesitated. Pressing her fingertips together, she studied the returner and the glowing chest at its core. Then we help it. But not by drowning the town in unfinished business. Her voice was firm, though the uncertainty churned beneath her confidence. We'll sort through this mess, together. What followed was nothing short of chaotic brilliance. Tideholm's citizens gathered at the Boxery under Lyna's steadfast direction, sorting through what the tide had brought them. On what became known as Unboxing Night, people reclaimed not just their items, but their stories. A mother tearfully reunited with the doll her daughter had tossed out years ago, now realizing it held memories too precious to abandon. A fisherman returned an old debt to his rival, guided by a hauntingly familiar whisper from a broken compass. For every joyful reunion, there were quiet moments of release, letting go of burdens that no longer had to be carried alone. And in the final box, Lyna found the most curious thing of all, a list, a town's shared promises to each other, written long ago and washed away over time. By morning, Tideholm shimmered with a fresh sense of understanding and goodwill. Even the sea seemed softer as its tides lapped at their shores like an approving parent. As for Lyna, the Boxery quickly became busier than ever, and for once she didn't mind. And so, she would later tell a bright-eyed child browsing her shelves, sometimes you have to open old boxes to find out what's worth keeping. The sea knows that better than most. What would you have done in Lyna's place? Would you have kept the promises or let them drown once more? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you'd like more stories told by firelight like this one, remember to like and subscribe. There are countless tales yet to be told.